Okay, good morning, my dear students. So, Indian economic development, lesson number 3. Okay, lesson number 3. Okay, economic reforms since 1991. Economic reforms. Economic reforms. Economic reforms. Okay, so good morning. So today we will discuss about the questions. Okay, bete. So question number 1. That is related to the demonetizations of currency. Okay, so the demonetization of currency undertaken by the government of India as on November 8, 2016 had an ever adverse impact on the economic activities. Do you agree with the statement? Give reason in support of your answer. Give reason in support of your answer. So, do you agree that demonetization really impact the Indian economy? Okay. So, answer. So, given statement is not totally true. Not totally true. Okay. No doubt in the initial stages or in the beginning there was shortage of currency circulation. Okay, shortage of what? Circulation of new currency. Shortage in the initial stages, there was a shortage of the new currency. Okay, and it somewhere impact the economic activities. Also uh, restricted the demand of the consumers up to one extent, not completely. What up to one extent. And you might have observed long queue. Okay, outside bank and ATM booths. Okay, so people were rushing for the cash. Okay, but however the things improved over a period of time gradually. Okay, if you see right now in the present time, so we don't have like that. Even the things become very normal over the shorter period of time only. The first positive impact of that move, positive impact of that move is demonetizations. So it improved tax compliance of the large number of people. So large number of people they were brought in the tax ambit. Okay, or tax umbrella means now many people are paying the taxes. The tax evasion will result in financial penalty. Now, if anybody will be evading the tax, they have to pay the financial penalty with it. So, somewhere it curbed the black money and corruption. So, up to one extent, it was able to control black money and corruption. Second, the saving of an individual were channelized. Okay, saving was channelized into the formal financial system. Formal financial system. Okay, so as a result, bank have more resources to provide more loan at the lower rate of interest. Now, what happened? Earlier, people they had money and they kept in. Okay, we can say maybe under pillow on the boxes means not in the banks. Okay, they had money, but they kept inside the home or inside the pocket. Now, what happened? Now, people they have what they are doing. Title of 11. Title of 11 means Pratik. हाँ, demonetization. Now, what we are doing, we are keeping the money in the banking system. So, moreover, there is a means extra money with the banking system. That money can be utilized for the money creation. I taught you about the money. Sure. Okay, 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 okay. No, it's class 12. So should I restart? Hmm? Should I restart? Okay. Typing mistake. So should I restart or should continue with the same? And moreover, Indian economic development is not there in class 11. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. Indian economic development in 10th only. Yes, okay, okay, okay. So let me restart otherwise. No, no. Just I have circulated the message. Okay. I have circulated the message now. Okay, okay. I have already circulated the message. Circulated the message, okay. Okay, so I was talking about the demonetization. So now that in the initial stages, it really it affected the life of people because that time we had not a new currency and as a common person, okay, and suddenly this decision taken by the government. Okay, so overnight there was a demand and people start rushing toward the we can say ATM booths. Okay, so crowd was there, but slowly and gradually the situation recovered and things were become very normal. Okay, so now what happened? Now we have surplus money. So what we are doing? We are keeping with the banking system. So bank reserves are increasing. Bank reserves are increasing because of increase in the bank's reserves. Bank they are able for okay they are able to create more money in the economy. They are able to create more money in the economy. For just a second. Hello, Anji. Anji, कौन? Okay, oh busy, busy. Due to my class. हाँ बोलिए. हाँ बोलिए. So money supply means we had surplus money. That surplus money deposit with the banks. So bank reserves increased. Due to increase it, they were able to create more money. Credit creation. So credit creation increase or money creation. It also helped to create more and more money in the economy. Okay. Earlier people they keeping the money. Okay, they kept the money with their bank. Okay, we can say pillows, boxes, or other containers. Okay. So now people they are what they are doing? They are keeping with the banking system. So overall, it is good for the health of the economy. Okay. It also increased the reserves of the banking system. And now individual saving was channelized in a proper way. It was used for the further investment purpose. And government is promoting the people, okay, for the cashless transactions. So see around you now you will find Beam app, Pay app, Google Pay. So many other apps are there which are really helping us for the transactions. Then you might have seen credit card machines also there. So swipe machines are available almost everywhere. Got it? So if you go to the small shopkeepers, okay, so pay money, Paytm, so many other methods are there for the transactions. So the dependence on the hard cash has been decreased. Question number two. Question number two. Okay, liberalization was introduced to put an end. Liberalization was introduced to put an end to those restrictions which become major hindrance or obstacles or problems in the growth and development. In the growth and development and open various sectors of the economy. Means liberalization was why it was introduced. Okay, it was introduced for the various sector of the economy so that economy can be liberalized and things can be in the favor of Indian economy. So in the highlight of the above statement, explain various liberalizations measure introduced in the 1991. Means what are the different methods, okay, which was introduced by the government, particularly in the field of liberalizations. Okay. So various liberalization measures adopted by the government in 1991. First was deregulation of industrial sector. Deregulation of industrial sector. So deregulation of industrial sector means before it means 1991. Okay. As I taught you earlier that IPR 1956, okay, means after independence government of India started many public sectors, okay, then public companies. So government had control over those. And if anybody want to start a new business, okay, it was not possible without license. So deregulation of industrial sector was there. So industrial licensing was abolished for almost all the product categories except few which were there like alcohol, cigarettes, hazardous chemical, industrial explosive, electronic, aerospace, drugs and pharmaceuticals. So these were kept under the government control. The rest of the companies or firms were opened. Okay. So even we can also start the business. Second point in the deregulation of industrial policy or the industrial sector, only industries which are now reserved for the public sectors are the part of like defense equipments, atomic energy generations and railway transport. Okay, so these were reserved like railway, atomic and energy generation. Third point, Many good produced by the small scale industries now, okay, have been dereserved, okay. Earlier means they were reserved, now de-reserved means now open, they have to face the competition. Third point, many industries, the market has been allowed to determine the prices. Now, prices will not be determined by the we can say the government. Prices will be determined by the market. Market means market forces, buyers and sellers. So these were the steps in the industrial sector, deregulations of industrial sector. Point number 2, financial sector reforms. That comes under the liberalization, okay? Financial sectors reforms. So RBI was given, okay, what happened? Reserve Bank of India, from regulator to facilitators. Means earlier he was the regulator of the financial sector, now regulator to facilitator. Okay, to facilitate the banking system in the economy. This means that this financial sector is allowed to take decisions, okay, on many matters without consulting the RBIs. Let SBI want to open the new branches, that is possible for the SBI. State Bank of India can open. Okay, even the private sectors, they can also open. Means they can expand their existing business without any license. Already they have taken. Got it? So if they want to expand, then no need to take permission from the RBI again and again. So new branches could be, okay, it was possible to set up without approval of RBI. Next point in the financial sector reforms, okay, foreign investment limit in bank was raised up to 50%. Foreign investment limit, it was raised up to 50%. And establishment of private sector bank, both Indian and the foreign banks. So which is why you will see and might have observed private and, okay, international banks also there. HSBC, Citibank, these are the example of the foreign banks. Okay, and private banks like HDFC, ICICI, Yes Bank, IndusInd. So many more are there. Okay. Next reform in the financial sector, that was related to the FII, foreign institutional investors. So such as merchant bankers, mutual funds, pension funds are now allowed to investment in the industrial financial sectors. Okay, so mutual fund, pension funds, merchant banks, now they are investing in the Indian economy. So these are the financial sector reforms. Okay, first I taught you deregulation of industrial sector, second financial sector reforms, third tax reforms. Tax reforms. So personal tax in 19 means after 1991, personal tax rate was slashed. Okay, so why it was slashed? It was felt that if tax rate is very high, then there is the possibility of tax evasion. Got it? So moderate rate of income tax encourages the saving and more tax compliance. Second, facility was also given, benefits also given for the corporate sectors also. Okay, because corporate sector, multinational companies, they are paying corporate profit tax. So corporate profit tax also reduced. Okay, so gradually it has been reduced, which directly benefited the MNCs. And in 2016, okay, so there was only one system, one tax system, that was GST, Goods and Services Tax. Okay, so GST replaced all the old existing tax system in India, replaced everything. Okay, we can say replaced the old system. So this is about the tax reform. Fourth point is foreign exchange. Okay, foreign exchange reforms. So in 1991, as a immediate measure to resolve the balance of payment crisis, because that time we had, we can say we were facing the crisis, financial crisis. So we had not enough money for the foreign trade. Okay, actually the right now we are also dependent on the for the supply of the crude oil from the foreign countries. Okay, so that time we had not enough money to purchase this crude oil from the foreign countries. So what happened? We borrow from the multinational means IMF or World Bank. So when we borrowed the money from them, they put the conditions. Okay, that this and that you have to do. You have to liberalize your economy. Okay, and had to allow the private sectors and multinational companies to set up in your economy. So we were agreed at that point. Okay, so that we will open our economy, we will make it more liberalized and privatized. Okay, and we will also provide the room for the multinational companies to set up their industries. Okay, so India also devalued its currency in 1991. Okay, they devalued the currency. So it was done in the because we wanted to increase our exports. Okay, wanted to increase the exports. So whenever there is a devaluation, things means Indian things become cheaper in the international markets, and foreigner they buy more. Okay. For fifth point, that is trade and investment policy reform. Trade and investment policy reforms. So liberalization of trade and investment was initiated to increase international competition. Okay, competitiveness. So liberalization of trade and investment was initiated. Initiated for what? To increase the international competitiveness of domestic goods. So to increase the flow of foreign FDIs and FI and technology. So it further lead to the FDI and FII in the economy. So India also dismantling means earlier we have qualitative and quantitative restrictions on the import. When you talk about the quantity means how much amount of a good we can import from rest of the world in a accounting year. So let earlier was 10 units. Now you can import 10 to 20 to 30 also. So that restrictions were removed by the government. And export duties have been also removed to increase the competitiveness of the Indian goods in the foreign markets. Let you are the exporters. So whenever you will be exporting your good, you have to pay the tax earlier. Okay, but now means in 1991 it was removed. Okay, excise. Okay, export duties were removed. So it really helped the exporters in the international market. So these are the points under the question. Okay, for the given question I am going to repeat the question and heading again. So liberalization was introduced to put an end of those restrictions which became major hindrance in the growth and development and open various sectors of the economy. So what are the various liberalization measures introduced by the government of India in 1991? So various liberalization measures adopted by the government in 1991. Point number one, deregulation of industrial sector. Second, financial sector reforms. Third, tax reforms. Fourth, foreign exchange reforms. Fifth is trade and investment policy. Trade and investment policy reforms. Okay. Now question number 3. Okay, so since 1991, every year government fixes the target for disinvestment of public sector units. Fix the target of disinvestment of public sector enterprises. Do you think selling a part of properties of the government companies is the best way to improve their efficiency? So why government is going for disinvestment? So do you think this investment will improve the efficiency? Agree or not? Okay. So government accelerated this process of disinvestment could be effectively utilized to improve the performance. So what government think that if there will be disinvestment of public sector enterprises, then it will somewhere improve the efficiency and skills of that particular sector. Okay, or output can be increased, losses can be covered in this way in the PSUs. So every year government fix a target, okay, for the disinvestment of public sector enterprises. For instance, okay, so they are talking about the data 1992. So it was targeted to mobilize 2500 crore through disinvestment, to get 2500 crore through disinvestment. So government was able to mobilize 3000 crore more than the target. Target was 2500, but they achieved 3000. Okay, they got 3000 crore. Okay, so when you talk about one more year, 2017 and 18, so target was 1 lakh crore, whereas achieved the 1 lakh 57 crore, one more than the target. So this investment is going on. This investment is going on, and government is also getting the revenue. Now, the next paragraph, in that paragraph, now critics point put that the asset of public sector enterprises have been undervalued. Now, what is the another way or critical point or second part of the questions we can say? Whenever government is going for disinvestment, so what government is doing? Okay, according to the book, that public sector enterprises have been means undervalued. Undervalued means let the value of the property is 1 crore. So they are selling at the at the price 90 lakh, means less than the current value. Less than the current value. So this is not good. So they were undervalued, okay, and sold to the private sector. This means that there has been a substantial loss to the government. So there is a substantial loss to the government when things are sold at low value. So moreover, proceeds from disinvestment were used to offset of the shortage of government. So rather than increasing the government revenue, it is decreasing. Okay, so there is a fall in the government revenue. So this is what question. Okay, question number 4. Fourth question. As a form of economic activity, outsourcing has intensified a recent time. Most multinational corporations and even the small companies are outsourcing their services to India. Okay, means multinational companies outsourcing their services to India and giving the means somewhere India is getting the opportunities for the outsourcing. Okay, providing the services to the multinational companies. So defend or refute the above statement. The statement is correct. Okay, in recent times, outsourcing has intensified because of growth of fast mode of communications. Fast mode of communication, particularly the growth of IT. Okay, so outsourcing has been, we can say, pushed up by the IT. Okay, particularly the fast growth of information and technology. So today, voice-based business process, okay, like BPO, properly known as BPO, okay. So voice-based business process, okay, or call centers. record keeping. So what these call center are doing? Record, okay, keeping the records, accountancy, banking services, then music recording, film editing, and even teaching are being outsourced by the companies, okay, in the developed countries to India's. So these developed countries, they are outsourcing to India all these things, okay. So India, where then they can be, so India is availing those facilities, okay, means services, and also getting the revenue. And see, the cost to provide these services is low in India as compared to the others. So which is why multinational companies providing these services to the Indians. Okay, so India is also getting the huge revenue, and on the other hand, they are also able to save their money. So because in India, skilled workers are available at low cost, okay, or we can say low wage to them. So this is about the statement. As a form of economic activity, okay, so outsourcing has intensified in recent times. So in the recent time, outsourcing playing a major role, okay, and most of the multinational companies, even small companies, what they are doing are outsourcing their business to India. Okay. Question number 5. Question number 5. As an important member of World Trade Organizations, important member of World Trade Organizations, India has been in the forefront. India has been in the forefront for framing fair global rules and regulations, and safeguard and advocating the interest of developing world. So India is protecting the interest of developing countries, developing world, okay, as a member of World Trade Organizations. However, some scholars questions the usefulness of India being the member of World Trade Organizations. So examine the statement. Okay. So some scholars, they question what? Usefulness of India. India's being a member of World Trade Organizations. Answer. Okay. So India is an important member of World Trade Organizations. It has kept its commitment toward liberalization of trade. Okay. So main commitment is to liberalization of trade. Okay. And for that, world developed countries, they have to also remove the trade restrictions whenever developing or low developing country exporting their product to them. Means when India, Brazil or other countries exporting their product in the European market or America or Australia, then these countries has to liberalize the trade, has to decrease the import duties, okay, so that these countries, developing country, can sell their product in those economies. So however, question, okay, are usefulness of India being the member of World Trade Organizations due to the following reasons. So first reason, the major volume of international trades occur among the developed countries. First point, that developed, those who are the developed countries, okay, so maximum volume of international trade is among them only. Second, while developed nation file company the countries file complaints over the agriculture subsidies given to their countries. Okay, like India is giving. Okay, so India is demanding to the developed country that they should also give less subsidies to their farmers, like Australia, New Zealand, okay, then Americas and some European countries. So these countries are giving more subsidies to their farmers, which is why the cost of production is low. So they are able to sell their agriculture product in the international market at low rate. Okay, they are able to sell their output agriculture product at low rate in the international market. Okay. And when you talk about USA, so USA has imposed still some duties on the import of textile and clothing from India. So when we are exporting clothes and textile to America, America has imposed the taxes. So that duty, those duties should be decreased. So we can say USA has not completely removed quota restrictions on the import of textile from India and China. So whenever we are exporting these textile to America or other countries, they are putting some taxes. Okay, duties are imposed on our product. Okay. So this is about the questions. Tomorrow we will continue. Okay. Okay. So 3 questions are left. Okay. We'll continue tomorrow. Okay.